Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, as the Reform UK conference got underway yesterday, bouncing onto stage, of course, was Nigel Farage. Not unexpectedly, leader of the party and all. He comes on, joyous reception, and then makes a speech in which he makes the claim that come 2029, Reform could win the election and become the next government of this country. Now, there will be many, of course, who will scoff at this. Look at them sitting there now. They've only got 5 seats. Blah, 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 blah. But, of course, there's council elections coming up. The party is coalescing. It's growing all the time. And as he says, there is this perfect storm. You have this growing party. It's got a lot of momentum. It's pushing forward. It's growing. It's caught the public imagination. And at the same time, both the Tories and Labour are both seen as toxic. The Tories have had 14 years and just basically have lost the plot. And Labour, within 14 days, have shown how awful they are. And the people of this country are rejecting them. Remembering only 20% of the population even voted for them. And that's going to go down massively. He says, so come 2029 and the election, and if they get it right and they don't mess up, they get the right policies, they're going to walk into the election in 2029. And on that fateful Thursday, the polls open. He says a lot of people will put their X's in the reform box. And by, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning on the following day, he says he expects that Reform will form the next government. That will send the world crazy. That will not only rock the bedrock of this country's administration to the ground, the whole establishment will change. The civil servants will be trembling in their boots. But it will send a message out across the whole of Europe and westwards to America, where, with a bit of luck, President Trump may still be there, coming to the end of his second term. And you will have, for a very brief, shining moment, the stars align and the world will feel a much safer place. Who knows? It's a long way away. A week is a long time in politics, but as Farage says, this is a once-in-a-century event. It is just a tsunami of biblical proportions that's about to hit British politics. He says, and the British people can force this. They can make this happen if they stand up, be counted, and stand up for what's right and take back what they once had, which is control. Control that's been taken away from them subsequently by generation after generation of Labour and Tory and Labour. He says, and it's time for it to go back. Well done, Nigel. Well done. We need a change. It doesn't matter what it is. Something needs to change. And this, I think, could be, possibly, our very last attempt at a change for good. Because if one of the same old uni parties wins in 2029, then I think it's game over. Week's a long time in politics. 5 years. It's a chasm, isn't it? Dinosaurs rise and fall in that kind of period. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks very much. Take care. Goodbye.